What's going on, everybody? This is Tony, and in today's video I'm going to show you what I've been picking up for the last couple of weeks for New Comic Book Day, and I got some mail calls as well. Stick around. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And the first part of this video, I'm going to show you the mail calls. This is going to be a combination of what I've picked up over the last couple weeks. I've got like 3 trades I got in the mail, and I got something else. So I'm going to start off with this. I just got this today from Amazon. I used some points I got from work to get a gift card. Of course, this is the plastic comic book bin. I'm going to start buying these on a monthly basis to replace all of my cardboard boxes. I really like them. And it may take a little bit because I've got like 36 short boxes. But yeah, I really like the design and how these are, work. So I'm going to slowly convert to the plastic comic bins. I won't show them off every time I get them, but I just wanted to show it this time. So the next thing I got from Amazon, finally, because I ordered these like the week after Christmas, I used a gift card that I got from my brother for Christmas, and I got three trades, all from the same universe. First, I've got King Spawn King Spawn Volume 1, the trade. I also got the Scorched Volume 1 trade, as well as the trade for Gunslinger. Every one of these basically collects the first 6 issues of each series. I will admit that Gunslinger is my favorite. And I've got all the single issues, but I figured, you know, they're starting at volume 1s. I might as well just go ahead and pick them up in trade. So that way, if I want to reread them, I'll just read the trades. Now we're going to get to the new comics. And this is my little stack that I have accumulated over the last couple weeks. That's why I didn't do a video last week, because I only had a few. So let's get started. This is the only DC comic that I got this week. This is Punchline to Gotham Game number 4. This is one of the variants. I really love the cover. I've enjoyed the series so far, and I'm looking forward to reading it. I believe it's a 6-issue limited series, but that was the only DC book I got in the lot. Moving on to Marvel, first up we have a facsimile edition. I'm trying to get rid of this glare. Got a facsimile edition of Incredible Hulk number 347. This is the first appearance of the Hulk as Mr. Fix-It, I believe. And I went ahead and picked it up, and I may actually try to find some of these, the actual copies. Because I believe, unless I'm mistaken, you can still get this one for fairly cheap. Next up, this is a Dark Web tie-in, and I believe this book came out last week or a week before. Mary Jane and the Black Cat, issue 2. Out of all the Dark Web stuff, this series and Go Goblin are the ones I'm enjoying the most. And in the first issue, we found out that Mary Jane has superpowers, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how that plays out, because they're kind of like a slot machine. Whenever she uses them, you see the slots roll around, and depending on how they land, depends on what power she has. I believe they're stuck in limbo, and they're trying to find a way to get back to Earth. But this has been a really good read so far. Another Dark Web tie-in is Dark Web X-Men number 3. Now, I'm going to admit, I like the series. It just hasn't really hit me, you know, as far as, oh man, this is awesome. But it's okay. I mainly collected this X-Men series because of Madeline Pryor. I am a big fan of Madeline Pryor, and the Inferno crossover in the 80s was the books that got me into X-Men. So I was kind of, maybe I was expecting too much, I don't know, but this is the last issue of this little mini, and I'm hoping that it, as they would say, sticks to the landing. Alright, another Dark Web tie-in. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 18. Honestly, the last issue to me fell a little flat. I know there were a few people that liked it, but I just couldn't get into it. To me, It seemed like the first, like I think it was the Dark Web Dusk was pretty cool, but after that, it seems like the whole storyline is falling flat. But that's just my opinion. I'm hoping it'll pick up. Maybe, I don't know. I think the finale's next week. Just doesn't seem like there's anything dire that people they have to worry about. And I don't know. I'm hoping that after this series or after the storyline's over with, it'll get back to being better. All right, the last Marvel book I got, and this was strictly a cover buy, was The Sins of Sinister #1. I had to buy it. I love the cover. Emma Frost is one of my favorite female X-Men characters. Don't really know much going into this book because I haven't really read X-Men in the last few years. I tried to read I read Powers of X, House of 10, and I just couldn't get into it. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'll give it another read. We'll see what happens. But like I said, this was strictly a cover buy. You just look at the cover, and I believe the guy at my LCS said this was an Art Germ variant. So, but yeah, it was a nice cover. Next up, from Dynamite, we have Sweetie Candy Vigilante #2. Now, this is another one of these books. I've spoken about it lots of times. My LCS, the Rogues Gallery, that's on Marketplace in Jonesboro, they've got this little thing where if you spend so much, you can pull out of their variant box. And just like the last time, because I did this with the first issue as well, I just bought this one strictly up by the cover. I read the first issue last night, and I was kind of like, what the heck is this? I mean, it was a good, decent book, but it didn't just wow me. And so I went ahead and picked this one up, and I might keep them, I may sell them, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Next up, we have another facsimile from Image Comics. This is Invincible #1. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I have never read an Invincible comic. I have not seen the TV show. I don't know jack about it. I know of it. I just don't know nothing about it. And this will be my first foray into the Invincible comics, and we will see what happens. I know it's very popular. People love the series, animated series as well. I believe it's either on Amazon or Hulu, I'm not sure. But this will be my entry into the Invincible comics. Next up, from Shannon Mayer and Dynamite, we have Siren's Gate #3. Now, as far as the story goes, I'm still finding the story a little lackluster. I'm mostly buying this one because of the art. Shannon Mayer is an amazing artist, and it's just an amazingly artistic book. I believe the writing's still lacking, but I mean, you got to start somewhere, and hopefully the writing will pick up and get better. But I'm really enjoying at least the art and the covers for this one. Next up, from Boom Studios, we have the 11th issue of House of Slaughter. I don't know much about this story. I believe that this is probably a new story arc, and all I can say is that compared to Something That's Killing the Children, to me, I find House of Slaughter lacking, but that doesn't mean I don't think they're good. I just don't think they're as good as the Something That's Killing the Children series, but I've still been buying them, and they've been decent, so I'm interested to see what the new story arc is. Okay, another one from Aftershock. This is Chicken Devils #2, and to be honest with you, I was beginning to wonder if this book was ever going to come out. There has been some news and stuff about financial issues with Aftershock Comics. I'm not going to get into that, but I love the first volume of Chicken Devil. I love the first issue of this series, and I am on board with this. This is just a crazy story that just keeps getting crazier every minute. It started with a guy that was, in the first series, it started with a guy that was running a chicken joint. He found out his brother was selling drugs. Not his brother, but his friend and co-worker was selling drugs. Got in trouble with a gang. He thought his family got killed. He was avenging the death of his family, only to find out at the end of the first series that they were alive. And in this one, they're all couldn't believe what he had done before, and now he's dealing with a motorcycle group and the two cops that was from the first series that were, you thought they were going to try to bust him. No, they end up joining him. So I'm really interested to see how this story goes so far, and it has been one of my fun little reads I've enjoyed. I don't know how many issues it's going to be, but I'm here for the ride. Right. Next up, from Mark Millar and Image Comics, we have the second issue of Nightclub. This has been a really decent story. There's only been one issue, but you got this kid. He's, I believe, if I remember right, he's doing stuff for like social media and whatever, making these social media videos, pulling these crazy stunts. He gets injured. This cop that's a vampire, I believe it was a cop that's a vampire, turns him into a vampire. He decides, hey, I can be a superhero, and he decides to turn his two friends into vampires as well, so they can all be superheroes. And I believe this is a 6-issue limited series. At first, I thought it was 3 until my buddy at my LCS corrected me and told me that it was 6. But I hope it. I'll be honest with you, I wish it was an ongoing, because look at this. There's another reason to support this book. It's $1.99. You don't see $1.99 comics anymore. And the story is well worth the $2. And I will continue to support this as long as they're making it, because it's been pretty good. All right. Next up from Boom, we have Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 3. This is another one of those post-apocalyptic books. And I believe in another one of the other videos when I was talking about an earlier issue, I said I found it lacking. Well, it's actually starting to pick up. The relationship between the two main characters as they go through this wasteland has been pretty good. They're starting to develop some kind of relationship, and I'm not sure how many issues this is going to be. Technically, most Boom books are about 5 issues, maybe 6, I don't know, but I'm definitely on now, and it has kept me interested, and it's written by Jason Aaron. And the last book from Image is The Scorch number 14. I really been digging these covers. They did one for King Spawn and Gunslinger. I don't know if they've done one for the regular series so far, but if they haven't, I'll pick it up. If they have, I'll look for it if I haven't already gotten it. I'm really digging all the Spawn books, and like I say in previous videos, if I can get a Spawn book or something that's killing the children book, I'm a happy guy. So I'm really looking forward to reading this and seeing how the story goes. And there you have it. Those are the new Comic Book Day pickups and mail calls that I've had for the last couple weeks, weeks 3 and 4. If you're liking the videos I'm putting out, I hope you will give me a like and a comment and subscribe. I'm working on trying to get my first 100 subscribers, and once I do that, I'm going to do a giveaway of some sort. I haven't decided if it's going to be figures or comics or both. I haven't decided yet. So once I hit that 100 subscriber milestone, I will do something. I may even try to do a live video. I haven't done a live video yet on YouTube. And if you're enjoying my content, please click on and subscribe to some of the channels I'll be featuring in the description below this video. So until next time, I'll see you later.